Hello YouTube, this is D.B.T Show, Metroid OVM Review, Episode 172, Part 2. If you haven't watched Part 1 yet, go back and watch it because you've missed quite a lot of stuff. Now let's pick up where I left off. I was just about to talk about the Morph Ball. The Morph Ball is definitely my most favourite items in the Metroid series. And this game is definitely no exception. It still has the ability to roll around and get into secret passages. You've also got the normal bomb, which can take out small enemies and defend you a little bit. And there's also a secret move in this game which I discovered while I was playing. If you charge my charge beam fully and then press the A button, drop into your morph ball, you'll drop several little multiple morph bombs around you, which is kind of like a substitute for the power bomb because you don't get the power bomb until after you've defeated the Metroid Queen. So I definitely found the multi-bomb useful. Power bomb is very, very useful, but you only get it after the Metroid Queen. It's a very powerful bomb, and most of the time this wipes out every enemy on the screen, or seriously injures them. Throughout the game, of course, you get different suits. You get the variable suit, which protects from heat, and you also get the gravity suit, which stops you from being too heavy in certain areas of the game, especially in water. Another power is back from the previous game, which I really liked, is the speed boost. Speed boost can be used to run through walls. Yes, you heard me right, run through walls. It can also be used to jump very high vertically and very long horizontally. And also the speed boost, if you have top speed and if enemies in your way, you either seriously injure it or splatter it around the room. Nothing stands in your way when you got the speed boost on. Absolutely nothing. Space jump. Space jump can be used to get across large caverns, and it's definitely very, very useful. The screw attack is an extra to the space jump. Basically, whilst you're jumping around, it protects you in a ball of plasma, and it lets you kill basically anything you jump into. Although the screw attack kind of breaks the overdrive system, because if you're trying to pull off an overdrive, obviously you have to jump on top of the enemy's head or on top of their shoulders, and you can't do that when you're pulling off when you got the screw attack switch on, because it'll just kill the enemy anyway. So when you have the screw attack, you can't pull off as many overdrives as you would like, and I like pulling off the overdrives because they are very cool finishing moves. And that's it for the equipments, YouTube. Now let's talk about the other stuff in the menu. Characters. This screen you can check on which characters are alive in your team and which ones are dead. This is also the screen I sort of used to figure out who the deleter was. At the end of the game, you only have a few characters left, and the only character I could really settle on and think about being the deleter was KG. Because throughout the game, you hardly see the guy, and he's often missing. So I am pretty certain that KG is the deleter, but I'm not certain. If they make a Metroid OVM 2, maybe we'll find out who it really was then, but as far as I'm concerned for now, it's KG. And yes, I would definitely like to see a sequel to this game. Story, this just gives you a little update of what you need to do next. That screen will also show when you reload your save point. Speaking of save points, the save points in this game do three things. They update your map, recharge your health, and they also recharge your missiles. Anyway, YouTube, I'm going to go back to the pre-recorded footage now and talk about some more stuff. Right, on to my next topic. The next thing I want to talk about, YouTube, is the lethal strikes. One of my most favourite parts of Metroid OVM is definitely the lethal strikes. I really, really love the lethal strikes. There's nothing more satisfying than running up to an enemy, throwing them over your shoulder, and then shoving your arm cannon right down their throat and splattering them across the room. I just really, really liked them. Another thing I really liked about this game was definitely the overdrives. throughout the game, there are certain enemies at the beginning of the game that you can't defeat without using an overdrive. It is little monster things that run around on two legs, and the only way to kill them early on in the game is to jump on the heads and splatter them from the head down. So the overdrives and lethal strikes are very useful and definitely one of my most favourite parts about this game. Another thing I really liked about this game was all the different power-ups. Throughout the game, Adam unlocks 10 of your power-ups, and Samus also finds 9 for herself. There is one power-up in particular which was kind of annoying. Before you get to the fire boss, you're running around through the fire area, and you haven't got your variable suit switched on, and your health bar is constantly depleting, and it's quite annoying. And then, as soon as you get to the fire boss, Adam decides to unlock the variable suit for you. Thank you, Adam. I could have used that a couple of minutes ago when I was sweating my arse off and losing health by the dozen every second. But most of the time, Adam does give you the power-ups when you need them. The only time I had a problem when he gave me power-ups was when he wouldn't give me the variable suit. But other than that, Adam did give me the power-ups when I needed them. After this boss fight, YouTube, I'm going to go to my complaints. This is one of my favourite boss fights in the game. This is giant worm thing. He faces this boss just after getting the diffusion beam. The diffusion beam can attack multiple targets at once. Hey, get off of me! Oh, I suppose you didn't like the taste of me. Eat charge beam! Wham! I hope I didn't give you indigestion. Off come the wings. And pick up, and throw, and splatter. This is one of my favourite death moves in the game, YouTube. These little bug creatures can be quite annoying, but killing them can be ever so much fun. All you do is jump on their backs, dislocate their wings, and then throw them against the wall. Anyway, YouTube, that's all the footage I'm going to show. Now to my complaints. Oh yeah, YouTube, just before I go into my complaints, I just want to talk about one last thing. There is a new mechanic in this game called concentration mode. Concentration mode basically it replenishes your missiles just by holding the Wii remote upwards and holding A, and also when your health bar is red you can also recharge your health. It's a very good mechanic and I really liked it. It helped me out in some tough spots in the game. Now let's go to my complaints. Okay, my complaints about Metroid Other M. It is very difficult for me to complain about a game that I enjoyed so much. I have played this game through about 4 times now, and it's very difficult to complain about, but I have looked around the game and I have found some complaints. Complaint number 1. After you beat the game, you unlock 3 things. Theatre mode, gallery mode, and hard mode. I have no problems with theatre mode, it's very nice to look at the cutscenes. And gallery mode, it's very nice to look at the original artwork. The problem I have is hard mode. Hard mode is very hard, very stupid, and very annoying. 1, it's too difficult. 2, the way that hard mode works is, you start the game with 99 health points and 10 missiles. You still collect your power-ups like normal, like plasma beam and all that sort of stuff. But you don't collect any Excel charges, any energy tanks or any missile expansions. Which I found was really stupid because one of my favourite parts of Metroid games is looking around the area and searching for power-ups in order to make myself stronger so I can beat that boss. So, yeah. Hard mode, I definitely think the game designers made this a little bit too difficult. My second complaint about this game is throughout the game there are these cutscenes where you're looking at the environment and you find yourself looking for a certain object or a certain thing in the cutscene in order to progress through the game. And some of these cutscenes can be easy and some of them can be really, really hard. There was one cutscene where I was looking around for some blood on the floor, and first I tried pointing to the truck, didn't do anything. I tried pointing to a split of blood, didn't do anything. I tried pointing to the guys behind me, didn't do anything. I tried pointing to a dead body, didn't do anything. Eventually I found out I was supposed to point to the blood that was close to my foot. So the cutscenes where you're looking for certain objects were kind of confusing for me. One of them even took me half an hour to figure out what I needed to do. And that's all the complaints I really have, YouTube. Metroid Other M is a very, very good Metroid game. I really enjoy playing it. The boss fights are epic. The lethal strikes are epic. It's got a lot of action in it, lots of exploration, and it's definitely a very good Metroid game. It's definitely well worth buying and definitely well worth playing. I give this game a well-deserved 4 out of 5. It's not as bad as everybody says it is, and it at least deserves a chance. So, do yourself a favour and buy this game and play it before you make any assumptions, because a lot of people have been making comments about this game and saying it's bad when it really isn't. Metroid Other M is a decent game. My next review, YouTube, is going to be Spyro, A Gateway to Glimmer. Until then, bye!